The Galactic Council chamber hummed with the low vibration of 1,000 species breathing in unison. Ambassador Orla Chen stood at the center podium, her fingers gripping the edges as she delivered humanity's final statement. Around her, the tiered seats rose like an amphitheater of judgment, filled with beings of chitin, scale, and energy. "We will not comply," Orla said, her voice steady despite the tremor in her chest. "Humanity rejects the Expansion Limitation Act." The Thexcal representative, a towering insectoid with mandibles that clicked in disapproval, leaned forward. "You comprehend the consequences, human? Your species will be barred from Council protection. No trade agreements. No military support. You will be alone." Beside Orla, Lewis Park, humanity's military liaison, stood with his arms crossed. His jaw was set, eyes forward. He had fought in the border wars, had seen what isolation could mean. But he also knew what submission would cost. "We understand perfectly," Orla replied. "We choose freedom over your leash." The chamber erupted. Delegates chittered, roared, and flashed bioluminescent protests. The Council had never been defied so completely. For 3,000 cycles, every species had bent the knee, accepted the regulations that kept the galaxy stable. Population caps, territory restrictions, technological limitations. But humans were different. They had tasted the stars for only 2 centuries, and already they chafed at boundaries. The Vryn Chancellor, a being of crystalline thought forms, projected its consciousness across the chamber. "So be it. Humanity is hereby severed from Council membership. You have 1 solar cycle to vacate all joint territories." Orla bowed, not in submission but in acknowledgement. Then she and Lewis turned and walked through the massive doors that sealed behind them with a finality that echoed through the station. 50 years passed. The Thexcal conglomerate discovered it first. A human colony on Kepler 442b had developed a new form of faster-than-light travel. Not the standard hyperlane system the Council controlled, but something independent. Jump gates that needed no infrastructure, ships that could appear anywhere. Then came the reports from the outer reaches. Human traders were bypassing Council markets entirely, offering better prices, faster delivery. Their ships were smaller, more efficient, crewed by individuals who took risks no sane Council species would attempt. Lewis Park, now an admiral, commanded the expeditionary fleet that made first contact with the Jarketh, a hostile species beyond Council space that had destroyed 3 scout fleets. The humans didn't ask for permission. They didn't wait for Council deliberation. They jumped into Jarketh territory, fought a 3-day running battle and emerged victorious, then offered the Jarketh a trade agreement instead of subjugation. The Jarketh accepted. They joined humanity's growing network of independent worlds. Orla, now humanity's Secretary of External Affairs, received the first communication from the Council in decades. It was a simple message: "We request dialogue." She almost deleted it. The meeting took place on neutral ground, a human-built station orbiting a neutron star far from Council space. Orla was older now, her hair streaked with silver, but her eyes held the same fire. Lewis stood beside her, his uniform decorated with commendations from a dozen conflicts the Council never knew existed. The Vryn Chancellor materialized first, its crystalline form pulsing with what might have been anxiety. "Secretary Chen, Admiral Park, the Council acknowledges its error." 50 years too late, Lewis said flatly. The Thexcal representative was there too, smaller than Orla remembered. "Your species has thrived beyond our projections. Your technology, your expansion rate, your diplomatic successes, all without Council oversight." "Yes," Orla said simply. "We wish to renegotiate," the Chancellor continued. "Humanity could rejoin the Council. With full voting rights, no restrictions." Orla glanced at Lewis. They had discussed this possibility many times over the years. Humanity now had 73 colonies, alliances with 16 independent species, and a fleet that rivaled the Council's own. They didn't need permission anymore. "Why?" Orla asked. "Why now?" The Chancellor's light dimmed. "Because the galaxy is changing. The Jarketh incident proved that threats exist beyond our borders. The Council has grown stagnant. We see now that our restrictions prevented innovation, courage, adaptation, the qualities your species has in abundance." "You need us," Lewis said. "Yes." Orla looked around the station, human-designed, human-built, a testament to what her species could accomplish when free. She thought of the colonies, the children being born under alien suns, the explorers pushing ever outward. "We'll consider a partnership," she said finally, "but not membership. Humanity will never again place its fate in another's hands. We'll work with you, trade with you, even defend council space if the threat is real. But we remain independent." The Thexkull's mandibles clicked rapidly, their equivalent of surprise. "That is acceptable?" "It will have to be," Orla said, "because you taught us something 50 years ago. You taught us that the universe doesn't reward obedience. It rewards those brave enough to walk away from a bad deal." The Chancellor pulsed with understanding. "We have made many mistakes, Secretary Chen. Allowing you to leave in Defiance was our greatest, and perhaps our most fortunate." Lewis allowed himself a small smile. "Funny how that works." As the delegates filed out, Orla remained, looking through the viewport at the neutron star's brilliant light. Humanity had been cast out, expected to fail, to come crawling back. Instead, they had soared. The Council lived in regret now, watching a species they had dismissed become the very thing they needed most, a reminder that freedom, not control, was the catalyst for greatness. And humanity, they were just getting started. ND